this clear thought is me thinking back as to what I wanted to be when I was younger. You know, when your teacher asks you what do you want to be when you grow up, and everybody in class gives an answer. The generic answer is, basketball player, lawyer, scientist, astronaut. I think I said basketball player probably, but I really wanted to be a gangster. I wanted to be what I saw on TV. And I watch football, I watch basketball, but I watch a lot of movies. And I remember seeing Set It Off and the Players Club, and What's Love got to do with it, how Stella got a groove back, and then Baby Boy came out. And when Baby Boy came out, I was like, oh, I want to be Jody and Rodney. You don't know who Jody and Rodney are? That's Snoop Dogg and Terry's. That's all I'm going with. Look it up. I ain't going no deeper than that. But that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a mixture of Jody and Rodney. Like, I don't know. That's what I wanted to be. I didn't know no better. I was young, dumb, full of eggs, like I am now. But I didn't know that I was really fucked up as a child. I didn't know my mental health was already fucked up before I was even a teenager. I had no idea. And I think I went to therapy when I was a kid. Again, I don't know. And that's the thing about mental health is that you, especially for what I deal with, I don't know about a lot of y'all out there, but I'm putting mine out there because I know if I deal with it, then somebody else out there possibly deals with it. This is just one of the things I deal with because I'm diagnosed with 4 different things, but this one here is rarely ever talked about. And it's affected me my entire life. So if it's affected me my entire life, I'm pretty sure whoever else is going through it, it's affected them too, but they didn't know that they was going through it until you get help. I went and got help. I had to get help. Diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder in 2012. Now, this is a diagnosis that usually isn't diagnosed until later on in life. So I've been living with this for my entire life. And when I looked at the breakdown of it and did my research on it and went to therapy, so I am my own research in a sense. Like, damn, I've been wondering why I can only remember specific times in my life, and there's not that much time in that part of my life that I can remember. I barely remember my childhood. I got glimpses. I got some pieces of happy times, not a lot, I'm guessing. I don't know if those are good laughs or bad laughs. But as an adult thinking about it now, they were bad laughs masked with good sounds. So me as a child didn't know what was going on. But as a child, I wasn't really there mentally. My alter king, protective alter that I had, was out most of the time. That's a grown-ass man in his 40s. And I am now in my 30s. I'm gonna let that marinate for y'all. Let that sit there. Rewind it back if you ain't hear it. I have an alter, a protective alter named King that's in his 40s. I am now in my 30s, my mid-30s, close to. And this nigga been around all my life. That's a lot to deal with and come to terms with within yourself. That there is another motherfucker you really cannot control, but you can contact and communicate with in a sense. I'm not the only person that goes through this. I can't be. There's over 8 billion people in the world, and I feel like 75% of that is kids and young adults. The rest of us are anybody like my age and up. Not even my age, like 45 and up, I guess. Because there's a whole lot more younger motherfuckers than there are older motherfuckers. And I know a lot of y'all younger motherfuckers out there is going through some things. And mental health is a big part of your life. And for my culture, my people, black people, we went from being oppressed to being self-oppressed, and some of us are too stuck to help ourselves, so we're stuck in this phone, which is made by a man with a brain. And we allowed ourselves to get comfortable within this phone to put ourselves and the things that are in our brains in these phones. I was a part of that too. I overshared. I got stuck on Facebook. Oh boy, did I get stuck on Facebook. Trying to find somewhere to be. Trying to find people to talk to. I didn't realize that's what I was doing because I thought I already had people around me that I was talking to, that was with me, that was my crew. But you gotta grow up in life. It took me a while to get there, but I got there. I had to go through a lot of situations. I had to. But I had to learn, and now I'm like Stacey Adams when I look at everything. And I ask up when I need to, because I have to. Because I want to live and enjoy my life happily. But when I was younger, I wanted to be like Jody and Rodney. I really did. And Uncle Snoop. Yes, I said Uncle Snoop. He's my uncle in my mind. Don't tell nobody else. Because I've been listening to Snoop since I was like 4 years old. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Too low out, niggas going crazy. Death Row is a label that pays, man. Unfillable, so please don't try to fix this. But back to the lecture at hand. Okay, my bad. But like, as kids, we all want to be what we see. We do. Until you realize that when you get there and you really start living that shit, that's not what the fuck you thought it was at all. Because I chose the streets. I chose them because I didn't want to be where I was at. I didn't feel comfortable. I just didn't feel comfortable. And I didn't know how to ask the questions. So I just went off and did my own thing. And that's what got me into a lot of trouble. I don't ask questions. I've learned to. Back then I didn't. They're like, niggas, gangsters don't ask questions. Gangsters do what they want to do. Gangsters don't need nobody. Gangsters is gangsters. Yeah, gangsters need a team. You can't be a gangster if you ain't got no team. And being gangster don't mean you gotta hold a gun and sell drugs. But that's what I saw on TV. And I fell in love with music, hip hop, R&B. I love music. I'm a late 80s baby. I'm a 90s kid. I love hip hop and R&B. Music is my life. It means a lot to me. It's helped me get through some very, 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 very dark times. Shelter kid, living in people apartments, train stations, fucking rooftops. Like I've been all over, and I chose that route because I didn't want to go back to where I was at. And that's something that's always been like thrown at me, like, oh, you did that, well, you chose to do this, oh, I try to help you. But in my brain, if I'm not comfortable with what you're doing, I'm not going to put myself around you. And I did that a lot in my 20s, B. I did that a lot because I thought I had to. I didn't know, because I wasn't thinking clearly. I wasn't using the tools my therapist was giving me to actually help myself, better myself for me. So I was fucking myself up by not listening to myself, and I'm surrounding myself with people who I think want to help me, but at the end of the day, they're not really helping them because they're trying to help everybody else. And how the fuck can you help you if you are not trying to help you, but you want to help everybody else? And then you think they're going to help you while you helping them? That's what I thought. I was wrong on that. I wouldn't say wrong. I'm going to say lesson learned. Lesson learned. I can't say I'm wrong. Lesson learned. But I had to learn them lessons. And it took me a minute. I had... It took me a minute. And I fucked up a lot. A lot. There's some things I probably won't forgive myself for because personally I fucked up. And I can't blame my mental health even though that was a part of it, but it's the action that I did. Feel me? And if I feel like I did something that's over the top, even though the person may not feel like it was that, but I feel like it's that, I gotta clip it. Because I don't think I'm healthy to be around when it comes to shit like that. Example, I had an incident in one of the shelters I was in, and I thought it was fun at the end it turned out not to be. But when I went in, because I had the fucking wherewithal, willpower within me to go in this fucking courtroom and stand up and be like, yeah, I was there too. And I blacked out, y'all. Like, I blacked out on the way to the courthouse. Off the switch. Boom. Again, watch the link I put up at the top page before all these videos about dissociative identity disorder. Because it could really fuck you up, dude. And every day, or every time, not every day, but whenever I think about it, whenever the thought crosses my head, I'm like, yo, you a bitch, Luch. And I'm really trying to work on talking to myself better about that, but it's like, nah, B. Boy, I got a lot of work I'm doing on myself, and that's why I say I'm gonna heal forever. I'm gonna be a healing motherfucker for the rest of my life, dude. I'm a demisexual, polyamorous, sapophobe lesbian. If you don't know what the fuck that means, look it up. I'm not breaking it down. You got a smartphone in your hand. You're smart. Do some research. I ain't for everybody, and everybody ain't for me, and everybody ain't for everybody. But there's somebody for somebody. Remember that. I chose the streets because I didn't feel safe where I was at. And I chose the wrong people when I came outside. But I can't say that. Let me rephrase. Everybody I chose taught me a lesson. I'm gonna say that. Niggas really didn't look me over. They looked over me. Feel me? They didn't look at me. They really paid me no mind. I was always coming around people. Feel me? Doing all types of shit. I don't remember exactly what it is. You gotta talk to somebody else about that. And I don't want to bring that person out, so let's not go that way. I've been around a lot of people. And I just have experienced some things that have made me realize that people are going to be people, and you just have to treat them accordingly. Because I do love to be around people. I really do love being around people. I do. I mean, I like the actions people commit, but in general, I love being around people. I like peopling. I don't like people's actions, but I like people. Because I'm people, and I be peopling. And if people don't like my actions, that's fucking cool. As long as you can communicate and respect each other about it, that's it. And that's what I've come to it with myself. Communication with myself first, so therefore I can talk to other people. Because I wanted to be a gangster when I was younger. All the niggas look me over. And they've been too mad. I'm still mad about it because I don't like men. I don't, because they don't listen to themselves, so they don't listen to women, and then they're gonna treat us like whatever the fuck they think we should be treated as, and they can't treat themselves the same. A lot of alpha men that was towards. A lot of alpha men, because there's some good niggas out there, and I know some of y'all. But y'all are alpha, y'all is trash. It's the alpha niggas that be them bitch niggas. Yeah, I said that shit. A lot of y'all alpha niggas be some bitch niggas, and you be first to call me a bitch, but I am one. Yes, I'm a beautiful individual that creates heritages, motherfucker. The fuck do you do? Y'all niggas out there in these gangs, see? Trash. Cause y'all niggas out there in the gangs left my little big brother do a bid by himself. So I don't respect a lot of y'all men out there. And another thing, a lot of y'all is hype beasts. Follow the trends. Yeah, a lot of y'all niggas look the same. When you're staying in a group, most of y'all got on the same fucking pair of kicks. Same belt, same pants, just different colors. Like, nobody look different. That shit is weird to me. And y'all want to compliment me on how I'm looking? I look completely different from y'all. So what the fuck are you complimenting me on? On what you want to look like? Then go fucking look like that. Niggas be scary to be themselves, but they want to be real niggas though. Pussies. I've probably had 4 or 5 pair of Jordans in my life, maybe 4 or 5. That's maybe. And I think I bought one of them. Yeah. Actually, I bought 2 pairs because one was for me and at the time my girlfriend. So I bought 2. But I didn't like the one they had. I had to get that color because I didn't have the color I wanted. And I don't really like Jordans like that anyway in the first place. But for me to get get a pair, I was like, holy shit, I must really like these Jordans or I must really like this motherfucker I'm fucking. It was both at the time. But I come from an era where niggas used to sleep outside, beat each other up for a pair of Jordans, nigga. I got stomped out by, I think it was a pair of Timbs when I was in junior high school. I think it was Timbs. But there was some Jordans involved in that because I went to school in East Flatbush. I went to school in the hood. You gotta be fresh in school. I don't think I was rocking that shit. I probably wasn't. I was an ugly bitch in school. Ugly. If people see you, whoever watching this and they know me from junior high school, yeah, I was an ugly motherfucker. And if you don't say that I wasn't ugly, you a lying ass bitch. And nigga. That's why I chose the streets though. I'd rather be in the streets than to be inside. Because the streets didn't lie to me. They didn't. Everything was out and open in the streets. If you choose not to see, that's because you chose not to. If you chose not to listen to what somebody outside your home was telling you in your face, then you chose not to. Because niggas lie in the street. Bitches lie in the street. But they won't lie in their house. And they lie in their house too. Everybody lied. Everybody lied, but the streets is out in the open for you. And I started noticing that shit. And for the niggas that sucked on me, they didn't want to bring me under the umbrella, fuck y'all. Just fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, that's all. Because y'all have probably been the same niggas that do me dirty. The same niggas that left my little big brother upstate right now to do a bit by himself. Gangs and streets is 2 different things, see? Because in the streets, you got storefronts, businesses, businesses. Places where you go out and buy things. You don't buy things in your home. You buy things to bring home. You go outside and do that shit. Or now, you just sit on your home with your phone and do it, or the computer. But still, back in the day, you had to go outside to the streets, to people's businesses, and buy shit. So I chose the streets, and then I chose gangs. There is a difference. And I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and that's where the gang started, was in the fucking jail system. We are hustlers out here in the East Coast, you hear me? Gang banging originated on the West fucking coast, feel me? So I respect them niggas for that, because that's what they do. Over here we hustle, we get money. All that gang shit started in the fucking Rikers Island in the early 90s. That's why I'm a hooligan, feel me? I'm a hooligan. I go to see from my brother. Neighborhood for my brother. But I'm always a hooligan first because I chose the streets for that. I chose the streets and then I chose gangs. I'm not gonna let no gang ever change me. There's a lot of niggas out there letting that fucking flag change y'all. And where you at right now? Where you at right now? What are you doing for yourself? You would never listen to somebody like me. And I shouldn't listen to somebody like you. Because you're not gonna do nothing for me. You're gonna slow me down while I'm trying to uplift you. I wanted to be a gangster when I was younger, y'all. That's what I wanted to do. And every time I think about it, since I got into my apartment, I accomplished that goal. I did. Because I've taken care of people. People taking care of me. But that's gangster, though. That's what being a gangster is. You coming out to take care of others that can come back and take care of you. No questions asked, neither. Just communication and honesty is given. That's it. That's what everybody in my generation asks for. But ask my generation if they gave that to themselves. They'll tell you to give it to everybody else first. That ain't healthy. That ain't healthy for nobody. And that's what I was doing. And I was killing myself spiritually. Yeah, you only got one spirit. You only got one body. You only got one mind. Use them wisely. Because no one is here to do it for you. No one wants to do it for you because they got their own life to live. So make sure you live yours the best way you see fit. And whoever's around you will be around you. Because at the end of the day, that's the most gangster shit there is living your life, taking care of yourself and your tribe. Because that's what means the most. To all the kids out there that's watching this, be yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. Be true to yourself. It's gonna hurt. But as long as you're true to yourself, nobody else can hurt you. Nobody. It's gonna take some time to get there. But once you get there, you'll be fine. Because once I got here, I was like, ew. Ooh, that took a long time, but I'm here now. I've been through a lot, like everybody else in this planet. But we've been through what we've been through for a reason. You're not alone. And the way technology is now, everybody got a phone, so if you're watching this, be blessed, be well, love yourself, and that's it.